camera is sliding down. Why? I don't know. I have this thing tightened as tight as it can be. Refilming, because what I didn't know about the last shot is that the camera was slowly moving downwards the entire time. So let's hope it doesn't do that this time. Anyways, here's a little secret for you. I wear the headphones in a lot of videos because I'm insecure that my hair looks bad. Anyways, today we're filming part 2 of my 3-part series having to do with my bullet journals. Yes, my bullet journals. In part 2, I'm going to be putting the actual book together. So you're going to see the process of me printing, putting it all together, stapling and all that, and having a finished book at the end. I'm going to decide as I go if I want it to be a paperback book or if I want it to be a hardcover book. Paperback's going to be a bit easier, but I'd have to like figure it all out. I'm still thinking about what is going to work best. I'm going to get all the pieces together and then from there decide. Anyways, in case you didn't watch part 1, which is understandable, part 1 is just me going through and talking about my previous 2 years of bullet journaling, my journey with bullet journaling, and why I decided to make my own. So that's the summary you need. If you want to go over there, I'll put it in the card to go watch it. If not, you don't have to. It's just me going through my previous bullet journals. So in this one, it'll be kind of like a tutorial. I'll explain to you how I do things as I'm going, but most of it's just going to be watching me put the book together. And in part 3, you're going to see me actually start to fill it out and then do a 2022 resolution video where I talk about my goals for 2022. Yes, this is in February. I was sick for an entire month. So yeah, anyways, let's get into it. I'm very excited to get this done. Excuse the piss poor lighting. This took longer than I thought, so I ran out of natural light, so I'm using my lamp. Anyways, so I had to go through and then redo the document I made, explain, like outlining how I was gonna format the pages because can't see it. Anyways, so basically the thing was I didn't want to just print out the bullet journal pages, which would have made it easy because then I could just print them out and then fold them. I didn't have to organize the pages anyway. I would just print it and then put them together. This is probably what I should have done. What I didn't, like I said earlier, I just wanted to be able to make really easy to fill out templates that I could put like the calendar and then I can fill it in for each month. So that way I didn't have to redraw the calendar every month. So I had to make sure I could do it so that I can do a 1 page and then print on the back and then stack it upwards and fold it. I made it very complicated. I figured out how to do it. So here's my test page. So basically the way it works is it's printed on both sides. So you have your front, which has what you will open up to. So this is blank because this is, I formatted these pages wrong because I didn't fix this. But this is supposed to be like, I don't know, the year quote, I think. And then this is supposed to be some reflection, I don't know. And then you would look at it this way. So when you fold it here, there would be, this is the first page technically. I don't know if it's supposed to go here. And then you fold it again, and then this is the next page. So then the next set of pages would come in like this on top of it. So then this technically is the second to last page in that little booklet. And then this is the first page of the next booklet, if that makes sense. And so I had to format it so I could stack it like this. So that's done. And then at the end, I'll take a stapler and staple it in the middle. And then that'll be 1 booklet. And then one of these will be made for the intro and every single month. The end of the year reflections is just going to be glued to the back of the book. I still haven't decided how I'm going to do that. But for the rest of the video, it's probably going to be shitty lighting. I might wait to bind the book tomorrow and like fill out all the pages tomorrow. But tonight, I'm going to print everything and get all the little booklets stapled and then see how I'm feeling from there. Anyways, I'll do a little formatting montage and then a printing montage. How's that sound? Let's do that. super quick intro to the next day because my hair looks bad and I don't really want to focus on it. Anyways, I printed out the first part of the booklet and then the first month already yesterday to test to make sure it worked. And good news, after so many formatting errors and me just being stupid and having a lot of trouble visually processing what I was trying to do, I finally got it to work and it looks awesome. Like, I'm so excited. Anyways, what I'm going to do is eat lunch while the rest of the 10 months prints out. I'm not printing out January just because it's not January anymore, so it'd kind of be a waste of time. But I'm going to print out, you know, March through December. I'm thinking, I'm still not sure because this is, how many pages was this? It was a few pages. 1, 2, 3. For like a month, it was 3 pages, 4 pages, 4 pages. And then I had to do that. That's 40 pages. Nope. Sorry, it's 5 pages. It's a lot of pages with ink on both sides. And I don't know, it's 50 pages. I don't know, you know? Because I still haven't even figured out how I'm gonna bind these yet. So I'll show a little video of me folding these in half and kind of laying them up the way they need to be laid up. And then from there, I'll decide what to do next, I guess. Okay, so like I'm aware that I fucked up and did this wrong. I'm gonna go back there and reprint this page, but I just did a real quick stress test. So I did highlighters, pen, microns, and then a felt tip pen. The highlighters did smudge a bit, but it's also the Sharpie yellow highlighter, and this is always smudged no matter what ink I'm using. It smudges my microns, so I tend to avoid that yellow specifically, but in some places it was totally fine. It just looks like it was towards these end ones, which I'm fine with. Same with the other stuff. It did not bleed through to the other side, so like you can't really see the pink up here. You can't see the micron, you can't see any of that, and same with the pink on the other side, you can't see it. You can if you look hard enough, but like, you know. So that's good. I think for next time I do want to get thicker paper, because but I don't want cardstock. I just want something a tad bit thicker. But yeah, so I'm going to reprint this. And then what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to sew the binding, and once I get around to that, I'll show it. But yeah, I think I'm going to sew it just because I was going to use a stapler, but I was expecting it to be able to, you know, fold out, and it doesn't because it's a mini stapler, and I don't got any other supplies, so we're gonna sew it. Okay, so I decided to do a test stitch before I filmed it so I didn't look stupid, and check it out. I think it looks pretty nice. Can't even tell. You won't even see this part because I think I am gonna do a hardcover, I'm just going to do everything right now because I'm afraid that if I wait each month to do stuff, I'm going to end up losing these booklets and not be able to put them together, and then I'll have to do the cover very last. So I am going to do it all now and put on the cover. I'm going to figure out how I want to do the cover last because I still don't know if I want to do the easy way or the hard way. One will look better. I also still have to design a cover, and I don't know if I'm going to use the paper I already have and just put stickers on it, or I'm going to like actually take something from my thing and then print something. I don't know, but I'm really happy with the stitching, and I really like that I used the purple thread. I think it goes well with the little purple dots, and it should stay just fine once I have it all binded, so I'm not even worried about it. And because I use thread, it'll be a lot easier. I can thread through each of the, I can't remember what the little sections of books are called, but I could thread through each one of them to hold them together better once I apply the hot glue. So yeah, I'm gonna print out that page, and then I'll show myself stitching that booklet. And then after that, I'm not going to film it, but I'm going to print out the rest of the pages, fold them, stitch them, and then the next time you see me, we'll be binding the book. I love you. this is how we're going to be doing this. First, let's go over this. The elephant in the room, the partially binded bullet journal. So off camera, I printed out all the months and I sewed them together. So originally I was going to use a stapler to staple the middle, but I thought this folded like normal staplers. It does not. So, but what you can do is if you have a stapler and you don't have a book stapler, you just have a regular one, you can take it out and fold it in half, use some cardboard, press the cover side down, and then push it in, flip it over, and then fold the staples in. In case you're wondering, but what I just did is, let's get a good, I have to find a middle page. I think this one of these. Huh, hold on. Oh, there we go, I'm just stupid. Here it is. So I sewed it together. This one isn't the best example, it's not my cleanest one. I started to get really good towards the end, but I did like every 2 holes and I sewed it together, and then it would have been a lot easier to bind this. Originally I was going to use like thread and bind each section together, but because they're uneven it was a little hard, so I just used regular old craft glue. Never underestimate the power of Elmer's glue all. It really is a very good glue. I use it for my memo pads. So yeah, so we have your first section and then it goes into the different months and weeks. I will go over the actual book itself in part 3. Right now we're just going to talk about what we're doing. So as you can tell, the book's kind of big, and the problem is for the binding method I wanted to use, which by the way I did decide to do hardcover, that's why I have cardboard, I would need one sheet that fits all of the pieces, and I don't have that. So here's what we're going to try and do instead. I've picked out 3 different colors that I like. This is going to be for the inside cover, which we don't have to worry about right now. And these 2 are going to wrap around the outside. So the plan is I'm going to cut out 3 pieces of cardboard, the cover, the back cover, and the spine. And I'm going to wrap the covers in these. And then I'm going to glue the spine down to this, glue the spine to here, and then glue the spine to the covers on the front side, but try and make it look as clean as possible. It's still going to be a little iffy. It's not going to be as good as if I had one sheet to cover all of it, but it's better than nothing considering I don't have the paper the size for this and I do not want to wait to get this finished. So that's the plan. I just have a few extra pieces to do, but yeah, let's get right into it. Alright, and the book is done. Is it the prettiest thing I've ever made? No. Is it going to be the most functional? No, because you can already see that the spine and the actual booklets are separating because I didn't do the hot glue technique because I have a hot glue gun. I don't have hot glue sticks. But in the future, I'll definitely do the hot glue technique because that's going to fill in that little gap there. I did this with minimal instruction. Should I have looked up a better tutorial than just looking at one Pinterest picture? Of course. It also did not help that my stitching was bad. Regardless, it's done, and that's the important part. The use of the glue that I used caused some of the pages to wrinkle, and that's fine. It's not that big of a deal. Just looks not the best, but I just made a hardcover book. I'm gonna put stickers on it. Yes, so the next video is gonna be me writing down everything for the beginning and also doing, you know, my first week of February and just kind of sitting down and talking about my New Year's resolutions, what my plans for the year are art-wise, life-wise, and using this. I will be uploading the files for this book onto my Etsy along with an additional finance tracker that I don't use but I know is pretty useful. I'll be uploading all of those. You can get all of the different spreads that I've made for $20 and you're free to print them out as much as you like. You can print them out exactly as they are. You can separate them into whatever sheets you need. You can just copy them down, whatever you'd like. They're there for you to use for your reference. I will also be talking about my design decisions as I fill out this book for you. So sorry that the angles and everything about the crafting on this video are pretty bad. I need to update my filming arm. I have one that I want to get that hopefully won't do this where it slowly slides. It's just old, so it does that. But thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, all the things, you know, the usual. And I hope you're having a wonderful day/night, whatever it is, wherever you are. Bye-bye. I will not be making a bookbinding tutorial. If that's something you want, let me know and I will practice making that. But this turned out not great, so I will not be making a tutorial on it. Okay, bye.